Why women live longer than men? Why women live longer than men? So Paris sent this. Sent and also posted it. So I said I was going to talk about it tonight. Here we go.
Look at why women in most every society outlive men. They looked at fight or flight or freeze, but women have another hormone that shows up that isn't that. It's actually a hormone that is about caring, tend and befriend. And what women will do when there's a crisis, call Deborah, call Cynthia, get Tanisha, we gonna all get together. If I were to say to my husband, I go, listen, he's struggling with something, you call your brother? No. I got this. I'm going in the cave. Right. Well, here's what they've learned about women. The more women gather, the larger the number and frequency, the longer you will live. It literally is connected to life longevity. I keep telling them, come up out of there. Get your friends. Talk to somebody, right? There's absolutely no reason why that can't change. It's the socialization. It's that hypermasculinity. I don't need another man to tell me what to do. It's insane. I think we need each other. We need to come together. And men, and in different parts of the world, men do come together.
Yeah.
Well, and they live longer, right? Sardinia is this island. There have been studies on it. Like, why do men live as long as women there? And they have all these friends. They have those social ties.
So these connections become what's most critical, right? And to give yourself permission and give your children, your sons, permission to be able to access that.
Okay, so first off, I just want to thank y'all for allowing me to bust my cherry on the controls. You feel me? Around the kings. You feel me? So she said women live longer than men because of their friendships, right? Friendships. Do y'all really think that is that big of a difference based off of their friendships, or is it what science says, the estrogen? Because I looked it up in the back chat when he was thinking it. We go kick it off, and I will ask Shad because you seem the most perturbed by what they saying.
Because everybody knows. She said it's an extra hormone that women. Well, what hormone? What's the name of the hormone? What's the name of it? You can't just say there's an extra hormone that women have. There ain't no extra goddamn hormone. It's simply because estrogen fights diseases better than testosterone does. Testosterone puts more stress on men. I talk about this in my health shit all the time to men. Testosterone puts extra stress on men's hearts. Estrogen allows it fights off heart disease better than testosterone does. It's scientifically they've been proven that 1,000 years ago. So people just get a microphone, man, and they just say anything. It's because we get together and we have friendships, and we have an extra hormone that makes our friendships. So we we huddle up together and we live long. That's
bullshit. That's right. Self-care.
Hold on.
Y'all need to be doing that shit. That sounds real.
Care of self.
She used what was it, Sandavia, or whatever that place was. But it's
that's how you stand on business, B Madden.
Stand on business.
Always stand on business.
Wait. All right.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you.
Your mic too smooth.
Oh yeah, I'm eclectic for the perfected. You know how that shit go. You feel it? All right, so next up, we're gonna go to Rilla. I got a question for you though. Do you think that we would live a better standard of life if it was just more male-centered friendships? If we focus more on coming together as kings and coming together as men, as opposed to how we structure our lives currently?
No, we already do that shit, man. Like, people be trying to make this super scientifical and, what I'm saying? Let me get my data points together because 97% of the research says that the magnetism of the potassium says that, man, get that bullshit out of here, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no academic. I'm not no well-studied dude. None of that, man. Common sense tells me when I saw my granddad go to work, my grandma didn't have to worry about as much as my granddad did. That's why women are living longer. Men take the stress of everything. My granddad knew if the mortgage didn't get paid, that fell on him.
if the family was in a rut, that was his responsibility, regardless of whether my grandma was willing to help him out or not. Right? It's the same thing that I do in leadership with my team. If everything goes well, the credit all goes to y'all. Y'all did that. When the shit hits the fan and I got to report to my boss, that's on me. It's more stress. That's the shit women don't have to worry about in relationship. Undercovering. Let me say it that way. Undercovering. They don't have to worry about that. So yeah, you're gonna live longer when you don't have to deal with the stress as much as men deal with that type of stress. On average, not all, but on average, that's from the observable. That's why that shit happens.
Hey, but really, Marcus is asking specifically about the quality of life, which is a different question. So the lady was talking about mortality rates, which is she just making a bunch of bullshit, and what you say is true. But when it comes to the quality of life, men getting together and getting into commune together and talking more and having boys and having conversations and having king talk, do you think men's quality of life can increase if men start rocking with each other a little bit more than they have in the past few years?
But that's what I'm saying. See, I reject that premise because men do that already. The brothers do commune. The brothers do build, right? We all, now listen, I'm not saying en masse. I'm not trying to compare the brotherhood to the sisterhood. Each one of us have our own ciphers that we collectivize with, right? Shit, you remember that? Collectivize, right? We all gather in our own ciphers anyway, right? Do I think it would help if we did it more? I don't think so. If there was a larger cipher, no, because we're territorial and we don't like being spread out like that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many stiff legs I want to be around to begin with. You're gonna put me around 13 more stiff legs for what? Now I'll figure that out. I'm good on that. I'll figure it out, fam.
Okay. That's an interesting perspective, but I think that they could be therapeutic when you engage with other brothers and you get to bonding and you make it that a priority. I think as we get older as men, we prioritize our families and put everybody before us. So a lot of times those things can negate. But I definitely respect your perspective. Let me go to Luis and hear his. Oh, you had to follow up for me? Come on with it.
I did. I was just gonna say, so keep in mind, I'm an advocate that says every black man needs therapy, right? I'm in these therapy groups. So again, I'm saying men do that already, right? Okay. I believe brothers, I honestly do. We're having these panels. We've been having this panel for like 2-3 years now, right? Okay. We do that. I've met some really good brothers as a result of these panels. I'm not saying shut it down. I don't know. I don't know that we could possibly extend our life or improve quality of life by increasing, like, communing more. Because again, when you invite somebody into your space, you're having to still go through the process of vetting that person that they qualify to be in your space. I don't know. I'll let y'all brothers unpack it, bro.
Well, before I go on my own personal soliloquy, I got to respond back to Rilla. So Rilla, there is a component and segment of our society that a lot of men are dying from violence. Men on men violence, right? Whether it's knife, whether it's gun, whether it's in the streets, whatever it is, there is a large component of men, having issues in resorting into violence, and they're also having their life shortened because of that. And then also there are the missteps and misguidance that are happening with some men that are missing the mark, that are not allowing themselves to have a seat at the table or close to the table where for them to receive the knowledge and put themselves in a better position, to get their life in a certain particular order. So I think there's a lot of benefiting that a lot of men could, receive if certain things were removed, if they were a little bit more harmonious in community with men who are actually trying to build and not destroy.